Hello fellow mathletes, this is Mike. I am going to do a presentation on place value, and essentially what I'll be doing is teaching you how to value the digits in numbers. So, welcome. So let's take this column for instance. There's one red dot and there's the number 1 below. This is a ones column. That dot has a value of 1, so that is 1, 1. Now we have two columns. This is a tens column and this is a ones column, just like this over here. Over here you have some yellow dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you have 10 ones. Those ones equal 1, 10. So now below these columns you see we no longer have 10 ones because they've all been moved over to the tens. And we just have 1 in the tens column. 1 in the tens column, 0 in the ones column. Finally, now we have 3. We have a hundreds, a tens, and a ones. This time we had 10 tens in the 10 column, okay? All of those were moved over to the hundreds, where it's now 1 dot, and that is 1 100. 1 in the hundreds column, 0 in the tens column, and 0 in the ones column to equal 100. Now we have a number 519. 519, that's 519, because there's a 5 in the hundreds column, that's 500, 1 in the tens column, that's 10, and 9 in the ones column, that's 9, 0 in the thousands column. Now if we moved the 5 that's in the hundreds column to the thousands column, we'd have 5,019, because we took, essentially, we changed having 500s and moved it over to the thousands column, which changes the whole number. It's 10 times as big. Little less than 10 times as big. Let's try this number, 1889. 1889 is 1 thousands, 8 hundreds, 8 tens, and 9 ones, or 1,000. So 1 in the thousands column, 0 in the hundreds, 0 tens, 0 ones, 800, 8 hundreds, 0 tens, 0 ones, 80, 8 tens, 0 ones, and 9 ones. That's 1,000 plus 800 plus 80 plus 9 is 1889. And finally, let's think of place values as columns again, but now let's think of what happens to 682 if I divide it by 10. Essentially, it shifts all three of these numbers over, and this is a new column for us. This is the tenths. It's less than 1. It is 1 divided by 10. You don't know all this yet, but just think of the place columns. We divide this by 10, and it moves over to the right into the tens column. So now instead of being 682, 68.2. And if we multiplied 682 by 10, then we'd have 6,882, or 6,820, sorry. So that's it. So you can see that these placeholders in a base 10 example are they're all multiples of 10. So 1 times 10 is the tens column, 10 times 10 is the hundreds column, 100 times 10 is the thousands column, ones divided by 10 is the tenths column, tenths times 10 is ones. So tens have a lot to do with it. Thanks for watching on place value, and we'll see you next video.